if you're trying to manifest things and they don't seem to be bearing fruit, you don't seem to be seeing the rewards that you are putting your intent upon manifesting, then perhaps it's a couple of things that you're doing that are unconsciously standing in your own way. The first, and you hear this a lot, is you may be trying to see how the thing you want to manifest should occur. In fact, you may be trying to manifest a series of events, and in my experience, you're just creating a kind of block, because you're preventing yourself from accepting different circumstances which may be absolutely essential to the manifestation of what you're aiming for. The other thing I would say is that this is a much more subtle and difficult thing to detect, but you may unconsciously be pushing away what you're seeking. And I say difficult to detect because unconscious by its very nature is not something we're normally aware of. And I would say my own experience, that is something I experience with wealth. I don't struggle for money as such, but I've never been especially wealthy, and I've always felt that's kind of part of my story, but not my end point. And I've noticed that my belief system is that spirituality and wealth are not aligned. In fact, they're juxtaposed. Now, I don't really believe that any longer, but it was a belief I kind of held for a very long time unconsciously. And so what I'm finding is, rather than trying to manifest an end result or a path to that, I'm simply trying to allow my higher self to educate me about what's coming, what's the best path, what's the maximum benefit for me. And I don't mean that as a way of giving away my power or making me unimportant. I mean it in a genuinely good for all. And whilst I allow my energy to manifest more presently in my being, my mind, through meditation, or just quiet listening is another word for meditation, I notice that there's a piece of me that does resist wealth. It kicks out against it, and that part of me becomes more obvious and kind of out of form, if you like. It's hard to put into words, but almost something that's sticking out, if you like, and a sore or obtrusive point aspect to myself. It's not in alignment with my best interests or future. So that's something I notice has come up, and it's taken time, as with all these things. So I would encourage you, if you're trying to manifest a better situation, to try to allow your being to speak to you. Hear what it has to say, feel what you are, and then not worry about the detail of how that can expand and grow.